Hi guys, welcome to our new show, BibliOmania. Now wait, it's not a show. It's more of a puzzle or challenge. Do you think you know all the stories of the Bible well? Let's see. I'm going to tell you guys a story from the Bible, but I'm going to be making 5 mistakes in it. Now, you need to figure out all 5 mistakes and leave a comment right down here, right here. If you guess right, you can join our prize group. You can win a big prize. CYC offers a lot of prizes to the winners, thanks to you guys. Let's begin. Hi friends, welcome to BibliOmania, where book nerds don't get old, they become rare new first editions. My name is Rebecca Toma, and today we're going to be talking about the story of Daniel. Now, this story is about courage, and courage is a really big part of Daniel. Now, this whole story happened when the Jews got captured and were held captive by the Germans. And Jerusalem was fully defeated by the Babylonians. Now, one of these Jews was Daniel, and he was a humble and God-fearing man. He had a really strong faith, and he fully believed in God. And God knew that anything that happened to Daniel in his life, he would always give the glory to him. Now, King Darius, the king of Persia, saw that Daniel was a very smart guy, and so he put him as sort of like prime minister. But like in every single other story, there is always a villain character. And the other leaders, they didn't like that Daniel was in charge of so much. Well, one, because he was Jewish, and the second one was because he worshipped the Lord, and he wasn't German like them. Now, they decided that they were going to get Daniel in trouble. But how? He always followed the rules. So they passed a law that said that everyone needed to pray for Emperor Diocletian. But they can't pray to any other god, or else they're simply just going to be thrown into the lion's den. And they weren't allowed to pray to any other god, or they're just simply going to be thrown into the lion's furnace. But Daniel kept praying and looking out to Jerusalem from his window even after the decree was out. So while these evil people were snooping around trying to get Daniel in trouble, they were like, he's not praying. So they went to the king and they were like, oh yeah, do you know that guy named Daniel? He's not praying to you. And they somehow they manipulated the king, who loved Daniel, to throw him into the lion's den. So the king was trying to make excuses because he wanted to protect his friend. He wanted to protect his friend Daniel. But the king tried to get out of this because he was finding excuses for his friend Daniel. And they were like, look, man, it's not our problem. If you want to play favorites, you're the one who's being a hypocrite and breaking your own law. And unfortunately, Daniel was thrown into the hungry lions. Now, Daniel didn't do anything bad. It was only because he worshipped the only one and true God. Now, I don't want to scare you, but these lions were hungry for many days. And their roars were so scary, it even terrified the soldiers. Now, I don't know if you know what a den is, but it's basically this really dark and spooky cave that lions can't get out of. And there's no way to escape. Ooh. I hope I scared you, but don't worry. Now, logically, Daniel would have been cut into these thousands of pieces of these hungry lions before he even touches the floor. But God sent this wonderful, lovely angel to protect Daniel from these really hungry, scary lions. I imagine he spent his nights just sleeping on them like they were a comfy mattress. He probably even prayed while he was there. Now, I don't know how these really starving lions couldn't have fulfilled their hunger from Daniel, but somehow they didn't. And you're probably wondering, well, why? Why didn't the lions eat Daniel? And the only reason is because God, he cares and he protects his children every day, just like how he did with Daniel. Daniel stayed in the den for 3 whole nights. And very early in the morning, the king ran up to the thing and he was like, Daniel, if you're awake, get up. Are you alive? Did your God that you worship protect you? And to his amazement, he heard Daniel laughing with the lions, like, oh yeah, bro, like, you're so funny. And Daniel's like, oh yeah, I'm all good. You know, like, these lions are funny. We've been having a conversation. God sent down an angel, like, we're good. And it's like, just get him out of the den. Why are you guys talking? Discuss your the Middle East problems and world starvation after he comes out of the den. Finally, God put some sense into the brain of the king, and the king was like, all right, guys, like, get him out. Imagine how the lions felt when he left them after 3 whole days of campfire stories and singing. And the king made a new decree instead of the old one, saying that these 3 guys that wanted to frame Daniel, they're going to be thrown into a lion's den, and Daniel's God is the one true God, and everyone should pray for him. And also, the king, after he put the decree, he was like, we should all pray for Daniel's God, because Daniel protected him from the hungry whales in the den. And after the new decree, the king said that he was gonna make Daniel's God the God that they should all pray for, because God saved Daniel from the hungry whales in the den. Now, the thing that amazes me so much in this story is that Daniel was a really normal, average person. The thing I enjoy in this story is that Daniel was a really normal human, just like me and you. He wasn't a monk, he wasn't a bishop, he wasn't a priest, but he put so much faith into his job and his career and just his everyday life that God protected him. And may God protect you and me just like how he protected Daniel. Bye, see you next episode. Here's the deal. 1, you need to know all 5 mistakes. 2, you need to write them down to this right here. 3, you need to share this episode and other episodes. 4, CYC is gonna contact you guys. Thanks a lot. See you guys soon. These are our names.